If you want to get out of Puerto Vallarta and check out some of the smaller towns and beaches, then a day trip to Mismaloya may be the thing for you. It's very easy to get here by taking a bus. The cost for the bus is 10 pesos, and you can catch it at the corner of Beachside and Constitution. Buses generally leave every 10 to 20 minutes and return at about the same frequency. The bus ride should take you only about 20 minutes, and if you're unsure where to get off, just ask the bus driver to drop you off at Mismaloya. It's then only about a 10-minute walk along the river until you reach the beachfront. Mismaloya is an older fishing village. Not much of the fishing village is left now, but they do have lots of boats on site. They are very close to Los Arcos, so if you want to go snorkeling or touring around the islands, you can definitely catch a boat here. Mismaloya is in a bay, therefore the beach is semi-protected by the surrounding coastline, therefore you don't get as many waves. It's very easy to get in and out of the water here, one of the reasons we like it. But the main reason for me is that they have lots of very nice restaurants along the beach or beach clubs, and the food is great, so it's a great place to hang out. The biggest claim to fame of Mismaloya, however, is that the movie The Night of the Iguana, John Huston's film starring Richard Burton, was filmed here. And some of the ruins from that film are still along the coast, and you can go up to them and check them out. So we enjoy taking the bus here. I think it's all part of the experience of Mexico, is getting out with the locals and other tourists and explore. But if you're more comfortable, you can always take a taxi and an Uber here. I suspect the cost will be under 200 pesos for a taxi or Uber. So as you walk down this street towards the beach, you're going to see a variety of restaurants. I'm sure they're good, but for my money, I want to get to the beach and sit down on one of the chairs there and observe the people as well as the wildlife. There's certainly a lot of pelicans and other seabirds around. Sometimes you see the fishermen come in and bringing in a catch, or even spears fishermen or sports fishermen bringing in things as well, which is always entertaining. One of the things I do enjoy about this little excursion as well is that you are walking along this river, and they have a couple of different bridges that you can go across. So on the left-hand side here is the first bridge. I think there's 3 bridges in total currently that you can cross over. On the other bank is just a few homes, but I like to cross over and just take a look down the water course to see what they have. And it's not unusual to see fish or other seabirds here or wildlife, so that's one of the things I always check out. So on the left-hand side, as you walk down the road, you're also going to find a variety of different stores where you can pick up some snacks or refreshments. So if you don't want to go to a restaurant, that's always a good thing. This is the second of the 3 bridges that go from the north to the south shore across the river. Again, on the south shore, it's only homes, but again, I like to cross them and see what's swimming in the water. And also, I find this particular bridge has a beautiful site for taking pictures of the boats that they tend to store out of the ocean and into this calmer water of the river. So some of the boats are still used for fishing, but as you can see, there's many benches across these ones, and I would say the majority of the boats in the river here are actually water taxis. Los Arcos is just a short distance away, a very popular tourist place, especially if you want to go swimming and snorkeling or even scuba diving, and a lot of people come to this locale because of the short distance, and I'm not sure what the prices are like compared to Puerto Vallarta, but my impression is that it might be a little bit cheaper to grab a boat here. And if you're grabbing a boat here, sometimes you'll get a much better price if you find a local guy who's right on the beach. Just as you go to the entrance of the beach, there are public bathrooms. They cost 10 pesos each, but all the restaurants also have public bathrooms. So at this point, you have a choice. You can go directly to the beach and walk along it and check out the sights, or you can cross this one final bridge on the left-hand side, and that final bridge will take you to all the local restaurants. We always go to the local restaurants, pick one. They're pretty much all equal, all good, at least in my experience, and hang out there. And they get to use you get to use their chairs, especially if you're eating there, and it's a good way to set up a base for the day. So unfortunately for us on this day, it was fairly overcast, but we weren't here for swimming today. We were actually here for lunch. We had just completed a hike up the Maria River, up to the waterfalls, and swam there, and decided to head over to Mismaloya, which is only another 5 minutes by bus down the road, to grab lunch. But as you can see here, there's lots of boats in the water willing to take you around. It's a great place for swimming. And on this particular side, or the south side of the river here, you can see there's lots of beachside restaurants. So speaking of restaurants, let's head over this bridge and find a place to sit down and grab some lunch. As I said earlier, there are quite a few restaurants here. I don't think I've ever seen it so full that it was hard to find a spot. So find one that you think looks great to you and just grab a table. People are friendly here, and in most cases you're going to have the vendors coming out trying to encourage you to go to their particular spot. For ourselves, we generally go right into the middle one, and I've been to a variety there. They've all been good. Oysters and clams.
Welcome to paradise.
And I'm just looking for my friends to see where they went.
Looking for friends, maybe your friends over there?
Yes. Hola, amigo.
So I need a paradise.
So I ordered my lunch, and while I was waiting for that, I decided to take a little walk down the beach just to give you guys an impression of what it's like. As you can see, the wave action is pretty minimal here. The bay is small, but it's semi-protected. That's Los Arcos, or one of the islands of Los Arcos in the distance. Lots of people here wandering around. Unfortunately, not a lot of people swimming, for the simple fact that we chose an overcast day today to come here. But on a hot summer day, or I should say any hot day, this is a fun place to come out and check out. And now if you proceed down the left-hand side of the beach here, you'll go through an archway, and at the very end of that walkway is where you'll see the ruins for the movie set. The movie, again, was called Night of the Iguana, made famous by Richard Burton, and it was a film by director John Huston. So as I said, one of my favorite things to do in this particular location is grab lunch. The food is very reasonably priced. Lots of Mexican-style food and a lot of seafood. And, of course, the other reason to come here is to get a cerveza, which is always pleasant on the beach. I think the pelicans have gotten very used to people. I think the people are actually feeding them, therefore they're quite friendly, and you can actually get quite close to them. I don't know if I want to get overly close. Looking at those beaks, they look pretty sharp. But anyways, these ones were definitely not afraid of us, and I was able to get some great shots of them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe.